Let's go.
Deep purple, blue witch's weed, gin magic, irie rare, antichrist, drugs of the dead. Lilith be my private dancer. I'll get the black and arrow tips ready to fly from the other side with the tried and triple order of Ambrosia Calypso, the nemesis, beer and hot dogs, cashmere and Indicuddy. Here's Johnny Ampleweed serving the craft. Corum Kirum, personification of light and the sun. Mediator, redeemer, and savior.
Oh my gosh. Please. Welcome back to Lady Babylon. Oh, the material that I have for you is for freaks. It's for absolute freaks. Okay, something you've never seen before. Something you've never seen before, and something you wouldn't see unless it was given to me by somebody gorgeous. Let me tell you something. We left our flap open, Chewie. Let me tell you something. This is going to be material presented to you in a way that you will never, ever, ever otherwise get it. Right? Oh, they will copy our method. But they are not fed by the pure stream of the muse. They are not fed by the pure stream of the muse. Would you like to see what I am talking about tonight? What are we going to do, people? We are going to look through the lens of Mother Greek. Oh, get ready. You didn't bring Mother Greek, did you? Oh, what were you thinking, Chewie? Everybody, bad on you, Chewie. Oh, always bring Mother Greek. I think it's safe to say, Satanic congregation, hello, by the way, you look nice. I think it's safe to say that Chewie should always bring Mother Greek. Don't you think? Fantastic. I love it. Because would you not want to go somewhere? You know what I mean? And be out there and have that with you? You know what I mean? People used to do that. They still do it on phones, right? You gotta have a picture with you. Picture of your lady, right? Lady Greek, love it. Okay, can we get into the meat? Can we get into the meat? What are we looking at? We're looking at that Greek, except this time, thanks to the many, many years old miracle of searching databases. What we can do is with all the Greek, we can mingle in one hand, one concept of beauty, and in the other hand, another concept of beauty. And what you are looking at, these two things, you can smash them together and say, okay, where does this occur where these two words are neighbors? And they got to be cozy, man. They got to be within like 5 words, right? And why is that? Because if you set your scope any further than that, you're not going to hit your target. You're not going to hit your target. No, it's just the way it is. Once they get beyond 5, 6, 7, 8 words, all of a sudden they're drifting to be relatives of somebody else. They just happen to be in the same neighborhood at the same time. Are you ready? What do I mean? What the hell is he talking about? Timmy, you don't want me to start, right? You don't want me to start, Timmy. Listen to me very carefully, you little sarcastic shit. Listen to me. The 2 words tonight, and this you're going to love. The 2 words tonight are death-inducing drug. Death-inducing drug. Death-inducing drug. We are in the war of the prophets, do you understand? And the mechanisms of fighting this war are different than what you would expect for these people. They're fighting within the invisible. If you can't see it, you don't know what you don't know what's happening, right? If you can see it, you can stop what's happening. Isn't that interesting? And these are the weapons. What is the greatest weapon of Christianity? What is the greatest weapon of Judaism? What is the greatest weapon of the ancient mystery? What is it? It's the death inducer. It's the ultimate weapon of ignorance. It will destroy your state of oblivion. Your programming, it interrupts it. Oh, God. It frees you receiving the death inducer. Do you understand? Oh, fantastic. Fantastic. I've told you, my beloved congregation, I've told you for a while now. I've told you for a while now about these death-inducing drugs, and I think people get off on it. I think they do. I think it's an interesting concept, you know? I mean, think about it artistically. You're working with drugs to do what? To induce a death state. A death state. Don't worry, we're going to resurrect you. And that's the question for tonight. Do you know who the first Christian and Jewish priests were? Do you know who they were? They were the people who understood how to make the death inducer. The original Christian priesthood, right? If you were to ask the Catholics, they will tell you, oh, this started centuries later. You don't have a priesthood because of hoo-ha, boo-ha. And they haven't read any of these texts. And it says in the text I'm about to show you, oh, God, if you want to be a priest in the Christian mystery, you are going, and remember, the Judeans are just a sect of that, right? What we would put as Jewish, that's Judean. Right? They're a branch of this very sect, this very mystery, excuse me. Right? Oh, God. It's gorgeous. And if you're going to be a priest in this religion, you've got to know one thing. He says, you got to know one thing. How to make the death inducer. How to make the death inducer. Now, people, how common, just so you don't think that I'm a lunatic, how common do you think the term death inducer next to drugs, how common? Let's take the concepts of death. Do you have some, make me small and bring some drugs? What if we take drugs and we take death induction? Drugs, death induction, boom, and we slam them together. Oh, in Mother Greek. Can you feel it? Oh, God, making love to ancient Greek. That's what we should call this. Forget profit wars. Oh, my God. What happens? How many times do you think that occurs? You would say, oh, that's never going to occur. It's never going to occur. Pull it up. Let me show them, people. Yeah, here's the results. Look, I already looked it up, people. Just for you to take a look at. Blow me up. Boom. People, look at this. Who is it? It's Euripides. It's Euripides. Who is it that's making these drugs in Euripides? It's the women. It's the women. And people say, oh, Euripides, you're such a misogynist. No, it's because Euripides is building within a tradition, whereas I'm going to show you the women are the drug masters. Do you understand me? Do you understand now why the Christians used this same group, the women educated in drug use? They used them for their baptisms. They used them for their communion. Right? It's all about the drugs, people. I'm going to show you in the text. It's all about the drugs. Nobody, they laughed at first. Do you see? Just like, okay, they laughed at first. No, it's too many drugs. It's too many drugs. I'm about to show you where one Christian is talking to another, saying, look, your priests have to really know their shit with respect to the death inducer. What did Jesus say? What did Jesus say? Everybody always forgets what Jesus says, and they're naughty. And it makes me want to spank us all. Oh, God. Are you ready? You will drink the death inducer, and it won't hurt you. I am Jesus Christed. Oh, nice. Oh, God. Oh, God, did you bring him in? You didn't bring him in, people. People, look, they're getting tired. Leave it up, but Chewy. People are getting tired. They go to work and they listen at work on their phones, which they shouldn't be doing. I know they do this because they tell me they do this. Right? And oh, my boss heard Lady Babylon, hail Satan. Oh, God, it was terrible, right? It's okay. I understand it. Those of you who are across the pond going to work, right? Doing the night shift, baby. Oh, God. Listen to it. What you're looking at is Jesus and a kid in the Gospel of Mark. Do you understand? And I know that you drive to work and you have to listen. You're listening to every one of the people at the top who is a pederast, and it bothers you. And now you come to Lady Babylon to escape, and you're looking at it right again, right in the face. Welcome to Tartarus. Welcome. Oh, God. I'm not going to stop this. I'm not going to stop this until I'm done with the punishment. Do you understand? Ringing in my ears. That's how you know it's good, when you get the ringing. Thank you, see? It can be controlled. Sounds quite lovely. It is. Wish you were here, Hannah. Oh, God, thank you for being out there. Okay, let's go. Let's go back to the list. People, it's the ladies who are making these drugs. You're going to see some drug making ladies. Look at number 2, Hippocrates or pseudo Hippocrates. Same thing. Look at these expressions, people. It's just in yellow. I'm just showing you all the passages. Plato, Hippocrates, of course, more Hippocrates, right? Right, because what are they dealing with? They're dealing with drugs. Look, this one makes you crazy. Money. Right? I love it. Here's again. Oh, Hippocrates. Aristotle has to get in to the middle of it. You know what I mean? What's he talking about? Oh, he's talking about the place in Italy where Cersei was from. Ah, yeah. Talking about the death inducers. You know why? Because Cersei is a drug freak. A drug freak, baby. And I mean that in a good and scary way. A good and a scary way. Because when we start talking about that, who are we talking about? We're talking about the woman and her women who held captive the dudes. The dudes. I just don't want you to forget this. Everybody's been looking at Epstein's island, his pirate cove of traffickers and apostles. Oh, God, love it. Not loving that island, but loving the relevance. Now let's look at them with the ladies and their poisons. And let's see if things are a little bit different. Let's see if things are a little bit different. Is there some justice involved in this? Who wants justice tonight, right? Who wants the spanking to be purged? Who wants, if you don't purge yourself, do you know what's going to happen? You're going to end up divorcing that goon. What? What did he say? I said, you're going to end up completely misunderstanding this text. Oh, God, something happened. Chewy, boost again. Give me the next, let's keep scrolling, people. Look at this. Diocles, he's 4th century medical author, right? And he's talking about death-inducing drugs. Oh, it's gorgeous. More. They have their own. Look, who are we throwing in here? We're throwing in the eobolic animals too as sources of these poisons. Isn't that nice? Look at this. Wait, this is gorgeous, people. You know, Diocles' medical fragment. Look at this, people. Diocles, in his work on death-inducing drugs. Now, that is by the 4th BC. Do you understand? 300 friggin' years. Be Jesus. What do we have? We have some dude, doctor, pharmacologist, toxinologist, I don't know what you call him, who's writing an entire book. What's he doing? He's writing an entire book on this death-inducing drugs concept. So I want you to see how deeply permeating into society this is. For a modern theologian or a Christian or I don't know, monist, just monist people. For a modern day monist to engage in this level of work, it's never going to happen, people. The fairy tale doesn't let them. Right? So when they say, oh, there's no drugs in the Bible, right? First of all, right? Oh, no, Christ has nothing to do with the drug. Really? Really? Eat it. Eat 1,000 examples of it. You know, I mean, we can do that all day. You and I can come to this room, satanic congregation, and I want to realize, and I want to thank you for the fact that you'll come here with me and we can take the spirits, we can pull them right out of their bodies invisibly, and we can shake them with this reality. Do you understand? This is prophet wars. Do you understand? This is prophet wars. We can shake the foundation of monism. Absolutely fantastic. Are you ready for the death inducers? Now remember, people, if you don't see the relevance to Jesus and those who were Christing themselves, if you don't see the relevance there, it's because Jesus himself said, hey, you're going to drink the death inducer. Has any Christian anywhere on this planet, I'm scanning right now using my devil vision, I'm scanning the planet, stare into the face on my back, people. I'm looking into this world and I see none. I see none partaking of the true communion. I see none who are healing. I don't see them. Oh, it leaves some jelly in my pants. Let's go. Give me the next one. Boom. People, I just want to show you a couple more. Here's Theophrastus on plants, right? He's talking about drinking it. Right? Fantastic. What about Phylarchus? Oh, here, look at Phylarchus. Here's a good one. 3rd BC. We're still up to Jesus, and they're still talking about it. You see it? What are they saying here? They're saying the Sidonian apples, these gorgeous smelling things, right? They're what? They're counteractive to the power, right, of the death inducers. Well, that's interesting. Fantastic. Don't you love it, people? A little observation of scientific numeration. Ugh, I almost had it. He missed the landing. That French bastard will knock me for that. Right? It's always the French judge. Their aesthetics are so high. They're off the chart. You think an American can achieve that? It takes a certain je ne sais quoi. Right. Give me the next one. Right. We don't need to. Oh, look, here's Philo. Okay. Yeah, same thing. Agatharchides. Here's nice on a geographical note. That's nice. Oh, what about, oh, look at Dionysius Scytobrachion, leather arm. He's a grammarian. You got to always stop at the grammarians, people. Look at this. See the gram? That's a grammarian, right? They have not only do they have so much freaking Greek in the ancient world that they have different genres, they have people who just study the way it all is put together linguistically. It's a dude whose life is a philologist. He's a classical philologist. He doesn't have to study Latin because Latin blows, people. Everybody knows that. What does Leather Arm say here? Dionysius. What does he say? He's 2nd century BC. People, we came another 100 years. Right? Okay. What does he say? Philo kunigin usan in dice apoktuhiais anthropus antitherion kata toxewen. Somebody's playing with the bow. Somebody's playing with the bow, leading on those dogs. Oh, God, there's going to be some misfortune, you know what I mean? But don't worry. All of this is working towards a very philotechnic, a love of technique, right? That is what? It's the discovery of aconite. Oh, who are we talking about? I'm going to show you this in a minute. I took you right into the middle of the fray. I just want you to look at this word. What are we hunting here? What are we hunting? We are hunting with poison-covered arrows, people instead of humans. Wait, what did that say? Bring it back up again, people. What is this man? I'm sorry. We are shooting the people, right? With the poison-covered arrows, right? The bows, instead of the wild creatures. And why are we doing this? Well, because we are Hecate. And Hecate's favorite thing is to go out and to hunt people. To hunt people. So you know it. When you enter a certain mountain range, right? When you cross a certain river, you know you are in her royal hunting grounds. Right now, the animals flourish there. Two types flourish there, right? Animals and gorgeous, gorgeous men. Gorgeous, gorgeous men. Right? Do you understand why? Because we don't kill gorgeous men. We reap them. Do you understand? We take the seed. It's nature, you stupid people. It's nature. Right? When I say you stupid, I mean me stupid people. Stupid people. It's nature. It's nature. Oh, God. Do you understand? They can cry by the beach all their drugged out days. We don't care. Right? We are in charge. And the good looking ones we're going to breed. And that's all we do is we just harvest them. Right? The ugly ones we kill. Is that funny, Chewy? Is that funny? You think that's hilarious, no? Right? Can you imagine being stuck in that line? You're like, oh, I'm not beating him, right? He's gonna stay. He's gonna stay. Oh, that dude's going, right? I'm at least get in front of him, right? Right? Just depends on how fast you can run. You know what I mean? Just depends. Just don't get caught alone. So we're talking about Hecate there. I recognize this passage. We're talking about Hecate. And who is she? She is the princess who killed her father in order to ascend to the throne that is the mystery guided throne, the very throne of Satan. And you're going to look at me and say, oh, Hecate, bring me the names, you nerds. Bring me the names. Where's the definition? Did you get that? Definition of, right, Hecate. There we go. People, just look. Look, people. Boom. Brought to you by some naughty Victorians. Hecate, she who works her will. Now keep scrolling right, keep scrolling right. What do you see here, people? My beloved Greeklings. What do you see here in blue? In beautiful, gorgeous blue? Hecate Phosphoros. Hecate, the bringer of dawn, the bringer of light, the bearer of that announcement of dawn, the angel. Oh, God. Isn't she gorgeous? Isn't she gorgeous? And what do you think Hecate learned? Well, she learned what enabled her to kill her father. She learned what enabled her to kill her father. She learned the drugs the drugs. Yes. Now, her father's brother then married her to unite the kingdom because he was the king of Colchis and she was now the queen of Taurus, the Taurian Chersonese. She was the one who was now ruler, and so they united, and from their union came two daughters, Cersei and the Medea. And to make a story of history a bit of a moral, Cersei learned herself the arts that Hecate knew, because remember, Hecate's favorite thing is going out and hunting people. Hunting people, not animals, you goon, people. And Hecate said, hey, here's what we're going to do. She founded a temple to Artemis. And she said, this is the function of the temple, to protect the mystery. In order to do that, we will bring every foreigner who washes onto our shores, and we will sacrifice them to her. That was Hecate's thing. Yes, Iphigenia, as Chuy's aptly pointed out, Iphigenia is her priestess. Remember the one sworn to Achilles? Check out who Achilles ends up with in the underworld, and you'll understand the omnipresence of the mystery, because it's Medea. He doesn't see Helen. He sees Medea. Ah, all right. Did you understand what the program was doing? There is an element of non-aging. Do you understand? You can write that out of the program. Okay. The Echidnaic priesthood possesses this rewrite to create the non-aging. Oh, God. They said her name, Egeria. They said she would look like she was about 16. But she was talking like someone who was 1,000 years old. Oh, what were those people on? What were those people on, people? Death inducers. Death inducers. Look at them. These people are freaks, man. Freaks. I bet they combine some dirty, dirty hedonistic pleasure with this. Yes, we all know they do from last time. We all know they do. It's a combination of the Christing with the drugs and the sex. Do you understand? The vision and the rebirth are impossible. All of you today who sit and say, oh, there's this thing called faith. This thing called faith that gives me a free pass. Your origins are in drugs and sex and music. And if you are a Christian or a Jew, if you are a monist of any sect, you have missed the boat. And this is where you pay. Welcome to Tartarus. Look in the mirror. You see the genocide? Tick tock, tick tock. That clock is going up and up and up. Fantastic. Is my leader? Do we have time for that game? Put up a poll, Chewy. Is my hero a pederast? No. That's my hero. It's my hero. What can we what can we say? Am I living in a world where I must find out if my hero is a pederast? Am I living in a world where I must find out if my hero is a pederast? Are you living in that world where you're searching? If you say yes to this, you are living in a world where you are searching out the information to find out if your God, if your hero, if your leader is a pederast. Are you in that position? Oh, if so, welcome to her Orexis. This is hers. This is exactly where you belong. Oh, God, it feels so good. People, do you just love it? Do you just love it? It's a horror show, isn't it? It's a horror show, and it's only going to get worse. You say it can't. No. Oh, really? Bring me back to Hecate. Bring me back. I want to see her name one more time. People, take a look. We must remember that Hecate is phosphorus, right? Now you know that. Not everybody knows that, but you know that. Well, look at number 2. I want to drop this one out there just to see if it can make a blast. You know what I mean? This is the Deipnon, the banquet or meal of Hecate, right? And what is it? It's a meal set out by rich people at the foot of her statue on the 30th day of each month, when it became a sort of dole for beggars and paupers. Did you know? Go ahead. Did you know that feeding the poor was something that came from Hecate, the light bearer? It didn't come from Jesus. No, it didn't. And as you can see from the church today that walked in and cut off U.S. aid to the tune of killing over 200,000 people, they've got no problem with starvation. Is it genocide? Is it genocide when you starve a group that all has the same characteristic in the group? Oh, it's not the color of their skin. It's not their height or their weight. It's not even where they're from. It doesn't matter. None of that matters. What could it possibly be? It's the fact that they're fucking poor. And you're starving them as a group, as a class. That's a genocide, people. That's a genocide. You and I, Satanic Congregation, you and I live in an age of genocide. Did you bring that orange freak? Did you? Oh, God. It was too much, wasn't it, to continue? Oh, God. Right? Where are all the people now? Where's that derangement syndrome now? How do you like him? How did he turn out for you? Did you see him grabbing those young'uns? Did you see him talking about his daughter? People, if you didn't understand when he was talking about his daughter and the way that he was talking about her, that he was a perv, you're idiots. You're idiots, or you haven't had children. Because that's programmed into the goodness of the human soul. It's programmed. It's a reflection of the divine to protect your daughter. And you don't say things like he said. You don't say things. You know what the muse told me? She told me he would violate his daughter and kill his son-in-law. Isn't that interesting? Wow. From the very beginning, the oracle speaks. Ah, gorgeousness and gorgiosity. Do you see why it's so important for government to be run by a system like this? Where, you know what you do? Hey, people, Satanic congregation, I'm going to speak for the bottom 10% because that's where I am in America. I'm going to speak for the bottom, let's say 30. Okay? The bottom 30% of you out there who can't afford anything but food. And it's starting to turn out you can't afford that either. Yeah. Do you see the genocide? Do you see it? This is the result of monism taking over your government. Oh, God. Who says that? The Oracle says that. Every 30th day, you freak. I don't care. You made a shit ton of money. I don't care what it was you did. You go out now and you buy a really nice meal. You set it out there for the poor. And the poor will be there. They'll show up because they got no other food. Oh, God. Democracy, people. Did you think it came from men sitting around hunting down youth and destroying it? What? Your religion. Look at your religions. Oh, my God. It gets so easy. It gets so easy. You know, Satanic congregation, this place is, you know what I mean? Put up the markers, right? It's right. Put up the cosmic pylons because this place is done. It's done. Put a fork in it. Give me some text to cheer me up. I don't know. Give me some text to cheer me up. Here, put that one up there. People, I gave this to you last time, and I just want to do it as a quickie. Just to kind of set the stage for the next one. Remember this one? He says, look, I'm begging you people, not me, but the love of Jesus the Christ, use the Christian trophic alone. Use only that one. Don't take of any other plant. That's heresy. Right? Like those people who get all wired up and create this orthodoxy around Jesus the Christed, right? Like the ones using those death-inducing drugs, or giving them with honey wine, right? Which, you know, they don't know. They're just sitting there all, ooh, this feels good. And they take hold of death in this wicked pleasure. Remember, that's what we're fighting. This is Ignatius fighting the authentic Christian use of the Thanasimon. So very early on in the cult is an attempt to corrupt it. Who do we Christians really need? We need priests who know how to work the drugs and the music and the sex so the rite works. That's what we need. Unless you don't trust the words of Jesus, because do you remember what Jesus said? Jesus said, I will show you these signs. The faithful. Let's get to it. We have the passage. I think it's the next one. Give me the next, big one. This is Elias Promotus. Oh, God. He's talking about eobolic beasts. Eobolic, poison carrying, right? Poison throwing, poison using, right? And creatures and deleterious drugs that can kill you, potentially fatal drugs. And I just want you to look what's in bold, right? Look at that title. He's going to distinguish some of the differences between drugs that are deleterious, that are cause harm and can kill. And then he's going to talk about drugs that induce death. These are not the same thing. He goes into a lengthy description here of how there are differences, compositions, makeups, the way they work. Do you understand? He says sometimes the powers that are being used are those in fruits, like the apple of the mandrake. Sometimes it's the seeds, like the seed of the hyoscyamus. Sometimes it's the juice, like the opium poppy from the head, right? Sometimes it's the roots, like aconite. Aconite, and I'll stop there. He goes on to say, sometimes it's the eobolic, herpeton, right? Those creatures that creep, the creepers. Isn't that interesting? They didn't say reptiles, right? Right? All you herpetologists, you're studying the creepers. I love that. I think that's romantic somehow. The creepers and the flowers. Look at those drugs that they're using, people. By the way, these are all, Chewy, these are all the authentic ones, right? Yep, the ones that we're mentioning. So you can see that the pharmacology of this rite is very advanced. It's sophisticated, and we need Christians who can do it, that won't kill us. Give me the next one, people. You thought it was over, didn't you? Nope, not that one. That's just Euripides. Give me the next one. There we go. Who is this? Oh, God. Give me a second. I was talking to someone the other day, and he was like, who's Eustathius? No, it wasn't Eustathius. Oh, God, I can't remember who it was. He threw a Greek name out there. And he's like, that's my job, man, to know all this stuff. And he's like, oh, Eratosthenes, I think it was. And he was like, okay, this is from someone named Eratosthenes. He's like, who is that? Oh, God. I totally forgot. People, there's so many. I read like dozens and dozens of sources every day. I didn't even clip the source on this one, but I'll remember who it was in a second. Let me see. Yeah, okay. Pay attention, people. Hold on to your belts, because this is what Jesus said. Oh, this is Porphyry. He says, this is what Jesus said, right? To the faithful, these signs will appear. And this is a quote of Jesus, right? Everybody recognizes it from the Bible. He says you're going to put your hands on the sick and make them well. And you're going to piosin. You're going to drink thanasimon, pharmakon. Now, our gospel text in Mark just has thanasimon, which is used by itself to be the drug, right? So it doesn't have to have the pharmakon there. It's really specific when it does, right? So Porphyry here is quoting, and it has an extra specificity in there for the drugs, just so you can understand what's going on, right? Fantastic. People should look at this. Those Bible scholars should look at this, right? Right? And why is all this, people? What is all this happening? Where were we? Oh, okay. There we go. All right. And if they drink, and if you drink your thanasimon pharmakon, your death-inducing drug, you won't be hurt. Okay, and he stops there and he says, look, because of what he said, it's necessary for people who are interested in the priesthood, and most especially those who are looking for the job of the bishop, right, or any higher office. They got to have good judgment, and they got to protestaito thanasimon pharmakon. They got to establish, man, set down. We got to make that death-inducing drug, right? Why? So that the Christian who takes it isn't harmed, right? And the people who are watching it, right, he's judged by them. This whole process, we don't want to kill the freaking people, right? The witnesses that we have don't need to watch people die. And look, he says, if you don't have any courage in this, taking up this kind of, this way, yeah, you're gonna have to at least agree that you don't have any faith in the words of Jesus. This is Porphyry nailing it, right? Nailing it home, right? I'm taking a little bit of liberty, but I'm trying to bring it across to you, right? Now look at this next part. Agates pisteos idion. This is kind of a neat expression in Greek. If there is a peculiar type or a basic form or expression of faith, it is in conquering the ill of the drug, the evil of the drug, and bringing something to relieve the pain of the sick. The one who is believing and not doing these things is either not expressing genuine faith, or their genuine faith is incapable and weak. Do you see? Jesus's words, you can take it down. Jesus's words create an arena that we can't get out of, because he says you'll be able to take this drug that they are taking in cult mystery rites, where they're Christing. He says you'll be able to take that drug and it won't kill you. And what is Porphyry mocking there? He's mocking the fact that, look, you better get the best people. You better get the best people to make this shit. Do you understand? Your priesthood is predicated not on your faith. Not on your faith. Your priesthood is predicated on the scientific accuracy of those bozos who are death-inducing drugs. Death inducers, people. Look, go back to the death inducers. Show them again. Show them again the death inducers, the long list. I think it's this one. People, where were we? Where'd we leave off? Where'd we leave off? Dionysius, right? Here's Diodorus Siculus, right? Oh, love it. Love it. This is about the synthesis, yeah, right? And aconite, this is the same. We're getting people who are quoting each other now. You bastards. Diodorus Siculus, more. Look, people, look how many Diodorus Siculus there are. Look, it's all of these expressions, people. Here's Strabo. Here's Strabo. More geographic stuff, right? What are they? Oh, look what they're doing here, people. I'm glad we stopped here randomly. They are Christing. Look, people, you can't beat Almond. The evidence just flows into his fingertips. Look, they're Christing. What are they Christing with? Death-inducing drugs. Death-inducing drugs. What are they Christing here? You know what they're Christing here. They're Christing their arrows. They're Christing their projectiles. What do you hunt a man with? What do you hunt a man with? Poison. Poison. Poison, ladies. It works best. It works best. Yeah. And you don't always have to kill them. Now, look what they did. There is a stage where they had the aconite. Where they had the death inducer that didn't have the aconite. They bumped up the use of the aconite. And supposedly Cersei is the one who pioneered this. They started using the aconite in the death inducer. And for some reason, you chemists figure it out. You nerds figure it out, because for some reason that combination, special combination of the aconite plus that hyoscyamine with its atropine and all that kind of stuff, that with the opiates, by the way, with the opiates, I don't know, throw that in and mix that stuff up and tell us what the hell these people were doing in their mystery, because the technology is too advanced for you and me. Oh, fantastic. Bring me up the next source. They're not gonna believe it. Yep, go ahead. Next one. But no, that's it. Okay, I want to go and I want to look at a couple. That's it. Those are all the ones that I prepped on the side. Now I want to go to this text right here because I want to give something special for people who are seriously studying. No, this one. People who are seriously studying their death inducers within the context of who is using them. And I keep telling you, it's the family of the daughters of the sun. Do you understand? You understand? The daughters of the sun. Oh, God. Right? Just, did you bring 3 pictures of them? Do you have them side by side? No, you don't, but you'll show people. Have you been showing people already? Yeah, okay. Here, people, let me just translate this for you then. The children of Helios, Etes and Perses, right? And what did these guys do? They ruled. They divided up the rule. One was in Colchis, and one was in the Taurian Chersonese, right? And what are they doing? They're ruling with cruelty. Oh, mortati, you bastards, right? With cruelty. And there was a daughter of Perseus, right? He had a daughter, and she is totally, look, she's totally off the edge. Do you understand me? She is off the edge, and there is no law or custom that can possibly contain her. Right? She likes to go out and prey on unfortunate people with a bow, a poisoned bow. And what does she really advance? What is she credited with? The discovery, right, of that aconite. Oh, God. And its synthesis in the thanasimon, pharmacon. This is philotechnon, people. This is loving the art, baby. That's the discovery. This stuff called aconite. It's gorgeous. She's the one who started into that, right? So it's Hecate who's the predecessor, right? And what else is she looking at? She's looking at all the powers and, making trial of these drugs and mixing it in with things that she's giving as trophics, as they're not potions. They're not potions. We saw this last time. He said the Christian trophic, don't put the botane in it, right? You got to keep the right recipe. These formulae, I call these formulae, but they're just, at its very base, they're nutriment. I'm giving you nutrition. Yummy, nummy, communal cult nutrition. Did you bring any of the communal cult nutrition? You used them. Are you telling me to hurry the hell up? Okay, let me finish up, people, with translation. Apparently, Chewy wants me to hurry up, old man. Right, I'm already flying, dude. Right? All right, here we go. She has great experience, people. She's really the first one. And she's what? She's killing her father with drugs. Oh, God. Assuming power. And then what does she do after she assumes power? She builds that right. She builds that temple. She builds that worship of Artemis. She founds the worship of Artemis. And what do you do there? Oh, God. People who are sailing around strangers, you sacrifice them. You sacrifice them to the goddess. To the goddess. Oh, God. Oh, God. What happens to Hecate? She ends up giving birth to Cersei and to Medea. And Cersei is wild with the drugs. Cersei, let's see what it says about Cersei really quick. Oh, are we sacrificing? Here, bye. That's a nice one. Is he? Is he getting sacrificed? How? This is this is like National Geographic, you know what I mean? But for antiquity. Isn't this fantastic? By the way, people, what are the dogs doing there? I forgot to tell you. She hunts down with poison bow and dogs. She hunts with the dogs. What kind? This dark black wolf looking thing. Right? And they love her. They love Hecate. Oh, isn't that nice? Can you imagine this, people? If you had a, don't tell me you wouldn't like to have a band of your own dogs, people, right? A band of your own dogs. A cool night, mountain air, your poison bow, just waiting for the unfortunate dudes who come across you. That's fantastic. No animals. You have to train your dogs. Do you understand what I mean? Those dogs are just trained to kill humans. They're special dogs. Now, do you have any problem respecting Cersei? That she has all these men prisoners? That she does whatever she wants with? That she drugs all the time? Takes advantage of? Reaps the seed of? Did you understand? I just want to say this. I want to speak out to every woman out there who's ever dated. And I want you to look at your dating history and the events that happen and to realize that is dating without your potential. It's dating with it. You can do a lot more. And think about it, ladies, the selection process. How much better is the selection process? Oh my God. Oh my God. When you have men crying on beaches because they're used as sex slaves and drugged. It's been 3 years, dude. I might as well be with those people eating lotus. Do you understand me? I might as well just sit on the beach and eat goddamn lotus all day. People, it's the Mediterranean cruise, you know what I mean? You don't go on it and play games and jump in a pool, which I always thought was stupid. Why would you have a pool in the middle of the Mediterranean? Doesn't that sound stupid? Right? Rich people get pools and go to the Mediterranean. What? Oh my God. It's an anniversary. Julie tells me it's an anniversary. I thought we were coming up on that in a couple of weeks. Okay, people, one of our astrologers, which one of you intrepid astrologers determined this, that it was our anniversary? Where be ye, Rainbow Channel? Rainbow Channel. That's fantastic. 3 years. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you, Lisa. It's been 3 years. Have people... Okay, people, I will finish what I started next time. But yes, I'm sure. But I want to talk to the people of Lady Babylon. I want to talk to the congregation a minute. Right, people? I want, I tried to give you a voice a little bit earlier, but the spies stuck in because we get infiltrated so easily. People are drawn to us. They come in with trench coats into the congregation. You're like, dude, why does that dude have a trench coat on, right? Why are they misrepresenting who they are? Isn't that funny? Isn't that funny? Liars who then try to make money off of us. They try to make money off of us by making channels that they monetize. It's amazing. It's disgraceful and despicable. And Satanic congregation, I thank you for putting up Everybody's used to regular trollery, right? Everybody has to put up with troll. I'm not saying, oh, woe is us, we have to put up with trolls, right? I'm saying we have to put up with some kind of counterinsurgency or something. And I've watched you people endure it, and I want to say thank you. Thank you for taking shots, man, so that we can sit here without paying, that we can be poor and sit here without paying me or somebody else something so that you can get jacked. You know what I mean? Nobody gets jacked here at Lady Babylon. Nobody gets jacked here. And that's, people, you're a great congregation. Let me just say, who has been out here for 3 years? Has anybody been here the whole time? Please go ahead and respond. As a matter of fact, take a minute. I will be right back with you. All right. I didn't plan to do this, but I'm standing here thinking about you, the people. You know what I mean? And the fact that you've been here for 3 years. I love it. Are we getting people who have been here for 3 years? Okay. 2 and 1.5. Yeah, put the number of years up there. You know what I mean? If you've been at Lady Babylon for a year, you say I'm a freshman. 2 years, you're a sophomore. 3 years, you're a junior. And there are no seniors here, but there will be shortly. We'll get juniors 0.5. Anyway, let's look at the poll, and then I want to talk to the congregation about things that they were interested in. You know what I mean? You guys have been here, sitting here listening to these conversations, right, between a whole bunch of dead people. And we've seen marvelous stuff, so I want to give you a chance. Newbie, 1 episode, second or third. Fantastic. We have newbies too. Welcome, newbie. Hail Satan, right? I know you're going to worry about that, and you're going to go tell your grandma, Timmy, what's going on. But don't worry. Satanic Congregation will be here to explain to you what it means when I say Hail Satan. And you're supposed to feel that. Right? Fantastic. Let's do this. More input, less spanking. Am I living in a world where I must find out if my hero is a pederast? 71%. 71. That kind of surprises me. That really surprises me. 71%. Who did we miss? Is that somebody did we miss somebody in the middle of a void somewhere? Is there a hole? Wait, what was that percentage again? What was that percentage? 71% of you can see that our leaders, whether they are religious or leaders of the state, are pederasts. You can see it. 71%. 71. What is the rest? What are the rest of you doing? Are you serious? Everything that look, if you just got here, people, what have we been through in 3 years on Lady Babylon? We have seen Christians use drugs of all sorts. We've seen Christ. We've learned that Christing is a drug. We've learned that you can shit Christ. Do you understand, newbie? Don't worry. Hail Satan, shit Christ. Right? We've come through watching children, namely apostles, be mistreated, abused. end up naked in a public park with Jesus. We've seen Jesus selling one of them. Selling, writing out a bill of sale. We've seen Jesus off with Mary doing things with his ejaculate in the ancient texts, people. Do you see how you can scrub somebody's identity and end up with the politician or the theologian in front of you? But once you get down underneath the surface, Lady Babylon is showing you what you're looking at right in the mirror. For the non-71%, do they leave a percentage for people who don't respond or anything? But they don't have any in between. It's just a straight okay. All right. I recognize there's some of you that were missing statistically, right? That you had to jump into the no because you're concerned about the yes. But over the last 3 years, we've watched progress what should by any means be called under anybody's watch should be called an apocalypse. You're looking at people being killed on a regular basis with the purpose of wiping them out for the sake of profit. You and I, everybody here, we all saw it. We all saw them pave over the dead Gazans and put up Trump Palace Casino. We saw it, the big golden idols of your pederast God. All of you out there with Trump derangement syndrome, right? Realize that's just another way of saying those of us who think this pederast, is not good for the democracy. Do you understand? We, the people, still have the duty to speak freely. And we've been doing that on Lady Babylon. It's been a component of our show. And we stood in the face of people, right, who came in throwing out the, hey, I support orange pederast, right? What are you going to call him, people? Call him what Lady Justice would call him. Call him what Lady Justice would call him, right? If he has done the things that he has done to children, what do you call someone like that? You call them what they are. That's it. You're vile. You're vile. Killing children is feeding your apocalypse. And Lady Babylon has been here to share the mirror with everyone. Tell me, people, bear witness, to the... oh, okay, right. Oh, yeah, people want to know. Everybody, here, we'll do that, but let me see let me ask a question, people. What are some of the moments that caused you to feel to really feel it, to really partake in that freedom, that Bacchic freedom? Even if it's just you love meat, man, right? Let me know, because I don't have any way to, I can watch myself for the sake of making sure that I am, doing quality control, making sure that, I'm not taking too much liberty with the text or anything like that I'm doing a good job. But one thing I can't tell is the reasons that you come, unless you write to me a lengthy email, which a lot of people do, and I sit down and I read them, right, to know what the effect is. But something is drawing people to Lady Babylon. Something is drawing people to Lady Babylon. And I just throw it out there, people. Give yourself a voice, right? Thank you for saying we rock, right? Meat man. And when I started to make everything make sense, is that Hannah? Hannah, that's what a lot of people write to me and say. that everything made sense. You know, it's just like once you can see what's actually happening, it makes all the little bits that you've heard about Jesus and everything kind of clicks in, and you're like, well, that makes sense. And we're getting that a lot. When I see that, I'm like, okay, then I know that I'm doing what's right. Come to be free. Is that Carlos? Love it, Carlos. Yeah. Carlos, freedom. A lot of people write to me or communicate with me and say, hey, thank you for the freedom. I was raised as a monist, right? I was raised as a Presbyterian or a Catholic, or they're all over, Mormons. I don't think there's a single denomination. Charismatic. I don't think there's a single denomination that Baptist, right? I was like, oh, right? Thank you for freeing me is usually the comment from my monist chains. Yeah. And everybody has their own individual one. And I love the fact that you can tell the difference between masculine and feminine responses. Yeah, I love it. And I'm always like, I wonder how is she ahead? Right? When I read the masculine, I feel it's myself, right? I feel it. And it's like the struggle to break. I totally get that, the struggle to break free. I love it when I get analyses of what was it that was holding it. Like somebody suddenly turned around and saw their life and understood what it was all about and all for. And it's freedom. People tell me, at least, it's freedom. Right? And what is it? Is it something that I'm generating? No, because it's or I wouldn't have experienced it myself that way on that fateful night when I was reading Aristotle and loving Aphrodite and saying, hey, I'm going out on a mission. I was on a mission there, man. I wasn't there 5 minutes before I had found. I was a good hunter. I found this is the person that will escort me to the gates of freedom, I said. And sure enough, she was. It was fantastic. Like meeting your fate. Right? Now, you cannot sell that Bacchic freedom. You can't sell it. Set you free. Yes, Gary. You're exactly right. Give me some more. Oh, you were putting them in while I was... Okay, people, I can't comment on them. Hail, Eros. You like Eros? Nathan likes Eros. You know what I mean? Right, and Nathan's been here forever. I think. Yeah. How do you like the devil, baby? How do you like the devil now? That winged, lovely bastard. You are bringing back the divine feminine. Oh, God. I hope so. You know what I mean? Wouldn't it be nice? You know what it is? It's seeing all the shit happening to children that your internal parent steps out. People, I'll let you know, since you've been around me for 3 years now, to the newbies, I was truly alone until you went on Danny Jones. That's fantastic. That's fantastic that you pulled something out like that, because the whole idea of community is all over the place. I get those emails as well, right? There's a funny thing that happens. There's a quickening. There's a coming alive. You know, it's part of that mystery, man. Sweet mystery of life. At last I found you. You right? You know what I mean? I love hearing the Mother Greek too. Oh God, I wish my meter was top notch. But with what I've been given, I seem to be able to please. You see, that's the key, right? Oh, God. All it took was research, people. You had all the ladies and all the guys right there. Science. It's got to be science. It's got to be science. I was going to tell you something about myself that I don't normally talk about. What was it? Yeah, who knows? It was what? Okay, I'll blame Chewy next time. I'll think of it in a minute, right? It was something good too. Something is a little gift for you. What was it? It was something personal. It couldn't have been that good. Let's see what else people are thinking about. People, some favorite topics. Favorite topics. Does anybody who's here who hates the New Testament stuff? Because I get a lot of those mails like, oh, why don't you do more classical stuff, right? And stop concentrating on the biblical stuff. People, it's because when you take over the Bible and possess it, you got to open it up and take it out and look at it, rub it all over you. Oh, yeah, that's what I'm doing, people. In the apocalypse with your Bible. What was that question about philologists? Fantastic. What do philologists joke about? Is this a joke? I bet it's gonna end up being a joke. But I'll answer it seriously. How many ways are there to say penis in ancient Greek? Right? All of the different expressions of sexuality, all of the titillating material that ends up in these pornographers in ancient Greek. You mean ancient Greek had pornographers? You bet they did. They were mostly ladies, right? Mostly ladies. People, there is a technical understanding of the universe that involves your own emotions and your own sexuality, among other things, not just sex, but your emotions. There is a place to govern and to understand and to use that is strictly feminine. And that's what I wanted to tell you about myself. I have always been a single father. From the time that my kids were still drinking formula, something happened. Something happened. And I took exclusive custody of my children for our safety. For our safety and my PTSD. Do you understand? And I raised them too. By myself. And do you understand what it takes? You know what it takes to raise children? It takes me stopping and saying, watch what the mother does. What is the mother? Can I talk to this lady and suck some of that mother instinct out of her while I'm standing there talking to her? Do you understand? I did that. Right? What do you do in this case? What do you do in that case? Oh, God. What do you do when somebody's trying to come in and harm you? Do you put yourself between them and your children? Of course you do. Right? Who does that kind of stuff? Mother bears, mothers out there. When you look at this ancient society around the Black Sea, that was sending out women from the Black Sea to as far as off the coast of Italy to colonize and run things and deal with little men like Odysseus. Odysseus and his army. Not a threat. No threat. Do you understand? Why? Because these people know the mother. They know her. Do you know why Hecate killed her father? In order to rule as is just, in order to correct the corruption of the right that rules. Sometimes you can see something and it can be not what you're thinking that it is. Do you know who liberated herself? Medea's mother. Yeah. Fantastic. I want, before we go, I want to leave us with the little trail that I had for you at the end here. That Medea is not like her sister and her mother, in that she refuses to use the drugs for anything but your enemy. To use the drugs in a way to defend yourself and the innocent. This gets her in trouble and starts a civil war. When she breaks prisoners out that they're going to sacrifice. It's the only reason she embraced the Greeks. She was trying to warn them, don't come ashore, you're going to get killed. Do you have any of those people? Who is in charge here? It's Medea who's in charge. This is a different world than you understand. Your fairy tale world of masculine dominance, it's a fucking fairy tale. It's a mist. It doesn't exist. That's okay. We're keeping people here too long. Congregation of Lady Babylon, may I say it has been my distinct pleasure for 3 years to serve with people who can put things up like that last comment, right? People who want to know the reality, people who don't want the theological thumbing in the back alley, right? There are a lot of us, and there are a lot more of us to free. Please recognize this is our third, and now we're going into that 6-month period. That 6-month period. And you know what happens after 3.5, right? Oh my God. Right? Please, people, please look at yourselves and how you have been respectful and how you have been interested. And there are a lot of you in the congregation who have learned Greek within the sound of my voice. Classmates in these big classes who are reading. Do you understand? This is fantastic. And it's a great honor to me that I don't consider anything but a duty. And together we can crush this. We can crush this thing. Congregation, the crack is there. The crack is there. Thank you for helping me generate that crack in all the ways that you do. Everybody that writes me, I've talked to so-and-so. Oh, I talked to my boss. Oh, I talked to my pastor. I love those. Oh, I talked to my Greek instructor, and he said, aren't you learning some interesting words? Yeah. Tell him your new one is Conitis. To the person who wrote to me and said they're talking to their Greek instructor, walk up to your Greek instructor tomorrow. Just do me a favor. Just walk right up to him, real friendly and happy and everything. Give him a quick salute. Say, Hail Satan. What is a conitis? Just ask him. Conitis, right? Conitis. Remember? Everybody knows what here at Satanic Congregation knows what a conitis is. And we even know, which you can ask him the next question. What do you douche your conitis with? Remember the clister? Oh God, we've had so much fun. Look what we've done. We've Christed, right? We've had to have splashbacks because of all the creepy cult sex that these people are having, right? What's that? Oh yes, one thing Chewy pointed out is the muse, right? I'm grateful to you that we can bring her and make her visible, and that people can write to me and tell me about their relationship with the muse. There is nothing that I could do that is better than this. There's nothing. For all the crap that I have ever done that was either a waste of time, or just offensive, right? For all the mess ups and the mistakes, and for all the intentional bullshit of my life, just doing that so that you're telling me about the muse and what she is doing with you. That's it. That's completion. You complete me. You complete me. So thank you, Satanic Congregation. And before any of us get all tearful and cry, because real men cry. Oh, it's too bad I'm not a real man. Thank you for coming. I love you, Satanic Congregation, and so does the devil. And Chewy. Hail Satan.
Lucifer the light bearer, Prometheus bring fire, from the black sun unseen, sugar skull muerte, paint a little more red, feathered serpent, I wear a hat of darkness, awarded to me by Pharaoh of Nems, with the seal of Saturnia. I do not believe in states or boards. I trust in justice, the sword of Nemesis. For the chronicles of the present absentee. Hail Satan, the nation bought for 1 shekel. All the Arabs for free. Habibi, my captain of the wheel.
And thanks to Teddy Pace for the most awesome music. Thank you, Teddy. Thank you. It's the third.